Well, hello! It's Michelle checking in here, and thanks for tuning in. It is December 31st, 2015, and I am on week 2, day 4 of my liquid diet. And there's a reason why I haven't checked in a little while, and it's because frankly, I have felt miserable. Plus, it's been pretty busy with the holidays and everything. The liquid diet, I think, was one of the things that would be the most difficult when I was trying to comprehend weight loss surgery. And when I heard of the 2-week liquid diet, I thought, there's no way liquids for 2 weeks. I am here to tell you it's possible. It's so hard. It is. I've been through a lot in my life. It is absolutely one of the most difficult things I have ever gone through, that I've ever done, that I've ever even chosen to do. I don't think if you are truly dedicated to the surgery and to changes in your life, there is just no way to get through this liquid diet. I am sick and tired of protein shakes, protein drinks, chicken broth. I don't like sugar-free Jell-O. I don't like sugar-free popsicles. I'm allowed those things. They just don't appeal to me, even though it would kind of be a switch up from what I am currently drinking. Yesterday and today, I have only done water and chicken broth and these protein liquid drinks. So it's not like the real thick shake. It's called Isopure, and it's 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and it has just as much protein as the shake does, and it kind of tastes like Gatorade is probably the closest thing that I could compare it to. And honestly, it's not the best drink in the world, but it is better than eating a really thick protein shake every day. I also started this liquid diet over the holidays, and I know why I decided to go ahead and schedule my surgery. I have some important trips coming up. I didn't want to wait any longer. I just, I've been waiting for 6 months basically to get this done. So when they said January 4th was the first available surgery date, I jumped on it. That being said, if you don't have any important trips coming up, if you can wait until after the holidays, it is going to make things substantially easier for you. I sat around my mother's house on Christmas Eve and smelled turkey, ham, mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, creamed corn, rolls, biscuits, pies, just everything you can think of. And I sat there and drank chicken broth and a protein shake while everyone was eating. It is doable. I wouldn't recommend it. I don't think I would ever do that again. Like, if I had the choice, I might wait till after the holidays were over. We then woke up Christmas morning, and my husband's family came over, and they cooked a big, huge breakfast. French toast, bacon, sausage, they had mimosas, coffee, everything. Oh, I forgot to mention, I have been drinking green herbal tea, and just putting a little bit of, stevia in there. So it's not sugar, and it's still sugar-free. I don't like tea, really. I'm not a big tea drinker. I do it just kind of for variety. Plus green tea is supposed to be really good for you. So if you can stomach it, it's worth a shot. Have I cheated at all on my liquid diet? That's usually what a lot of people want to know. Yes and no. My cheats were very much still in line with what's expected of me. So I, went online and searched the internet, what has next to no carbs, tons of protein, no sugar, yada yada. And I'm sure if you've watched other videos, you'll hear the same thing: eggs, string cheese, things like that. So I did have last week on Wednesday, I had 2 boiled egg whites. I threw the yolk away to be even kind of less of a digestive, issue. And then I did have a string cheese that day as well. So I think that was day 3 for me, and my hunger pains were killer. When you are adjusting to your, no sugar, hardly any fat, and you just doing liquids, your body, it just is, at first it starts to revolt. And it kind of makes sense why those of us who have tried so many times to lose weight, why we have so many setbacks. Because I don't know about you, but when I've tried to lose weight before, I, kind of feel nauseous, kind of sick in my stomach. I feel kind of jittery, don't have a lot of energy, just kind of all those things. And so that's because I think a lot of us, our blood sugar is adjusting to the new routine, and I don't think this was any different. I don't encourage anyone to cheat on their liquid diet. I say more power to you if you can stick with it for the full 2 weeks. I faltered, so I will let my surgeon know that next week. I do have my surgery scheduled for January 4th, and they called me today and let me know that it will be at 11:30. And so my motivation now is getting through the final phase and not breaking it. I keep seeing different things that smell good, look good, sound good, and then what I do to stop those thoughts of all of that food are that I picture myself on the operation table and the surgeon, cutting me open and going, this doesn't look good. And, then he has to make a really big incision, down my abdomen to get to my stomach, and I don't want a big scar. So I really am just trying to focus on the safety, the logic, and my initial thoughts going into the liquid diet, and I'm sure we all ask this. Number one, is this really medically necessary? We hear of people on 1,000 calorie diets with, veggies and meat. We hear of people who go on liquid diets for 3 days beforehand. We hear of people who do 1 week, and it kind of seems like we got the short end of the stick. Like, why do I have to do 2 weeks of a liquid diet? That just seems cruel and unusual. And honestly, I think it kind of is in a way. But at the same time, honestly, I think it's there for a few reasons. One, because you're trying to change your mindset that you can function on less, that you are going to have to be used to liquids after your surgery anyways. You're going to be on a really similar diet. And that, of course, most importantly, right, that it shrinks your liver, but additionally, it will also help jumpstart your weight loss. So far, I have lost 15 pounds on the liquid diet, and I'm hoping that, despite my minor setbacks, that I will, still be a good candidate and still be able to move forward. And so I would just encourage you, when your body tells you to sleep. That's one thing that really helped me get through some of the hard times was, everything is a hard time. Let's just be honest. But if you can take a nap, if you can go to bed early, that's less time that you have to spend awake thinking about food or being tempted by food. If you can wait and avoid the holidays, that's good too. If you can avoid social situations where there is food present, if you can just kind of be a hermit for a little while, it really is going to help you. Clean out your pantry, clean out your fridge. Those are things that I did. I just took all the food that I wasn't allowed and liquids, and I just put them somewhere else and had my husband hide them. And so it's really important that you don't tempt yourself. Now, on Monday this week, I went to go get a massage, kind of treat myself while I'm going through all of this. And even just driving home from the massage, there's a Popeye's chicken, there's a Chipotle, I can't say that word, you can laugh at me. A Chick-fil-A, and I smelled the fried chicken and I was like, it smelled so good. Like anything in the world would have been worth, just shoving a sandwich down my throat at that moment. But I went home and I ate a protein shake and it wasn't that great. And, when you are in those moments where you smell that food or you watch that commercial and you just think, I can't take it, the thing is, you can do this. You can overcome the temptation. If you absolutely must cheat, string cheese and a boiled egg white with 0 carbs, almost no sugar that I'm aware of, 1 or 2 times, that's it, and not close to your surgery. So don't do anything the week before your surgery to cheat. If you're gonna cheat, do it the first week, do it 1 or 2 times. That's it. That's not medical advice. That's not, something that I'm not a trained medical professional. I'm not telling you to cheat. I'm just saying if you absolutely feel like you have to, that is what I would recommend. But you are taking a risk every time you do that. So just don't if you can. I am really excited. I'm really nervous. Honestly, I'm so sick of this liquid diet that I am just flat out ready for the surgery at this point. I was super nervous about the surgery itself, and now it's kind of more of like, just get me out of this liquid diet as fast as possible because it's hell, and anyone else who says differently is lying. It is absolutely so hard, but it's possible. And one thing that my therapist told me was, You can live on much less food than you think you can, and food has much less control over you than you think it does. And when you see something that looks really good, color it gray. Don't put it in neon bright colors in your mind. Color it gray and make something else neon. That doesn't have to do with food. Focus your attention away from food. I have done that, and it has helped in certain situations. Most of the time, there's not a super easy tip or trick to just kind of brainwash you into going through this liquid diet. It just sucks. Just period. Just do the best that you can. Be honest with your doctor. You can say, oh, you're a hypocrite because you said don't cheat. Really, don't cheat. If you absolutely get to your breaking point, do what I said, but don't do that. A lot of times if you call the doctor and you say, I've had it, I can't do this, they'll say, eat a piece of boiled chicken, or something to that effect. So I kind of just was my own doctor on that day. But, just listen, follow their advice at all times. I've had my husband read a couple of books and information packets from the surgery place to help him understand more of what I'm going through. I think so many times people have an idea about weight loss surgery, but they actually don't understand what is going to happen, how their life is going to change, because it's not just my life that's about to change, it's everyone else around me, because social situations, restaurants, activities, all of that's going to look very different when I'm around. And it's not to say it won't be fun or that I won't be able to eat anything. It's just going to look different. It's going to be very different. So I would say be honest with those that will support you. If you have even a minute of hesitation, like, I don't know if that person, would really support me or not, don't tell them. It's not, people can figure out later if they want to, or, assume things later. They'll see you eating less, they'll see you exercising, they'll get that you're losing weight. It doesn't matter. If someone is not going to support you, or you don't think they'll support you, don't let them know if that's possible, if that's an option for you. So I will go ahead and check out. Tonight is New Year's Eve, and in conjunction with being a hermit and avoiding most people in social situations, we are getting out of the house and going to see a movie about 7 p.m. and then we're going home and I'll probably fall asleep. And my new year starts on January 4th, not tonight. So the next time that I check in, I will have had my surgery, hopefully, and hopefully it was successful, and hopefully I'm doing okay. So I appreciate you tuning in, and I hope you can appreciate my honesty and forgive me for my mess ups and shortcomings. We're all human. So much love, and I will see you guys real soon, hopefully. Bye-bye.